Why has our Latino brethren and sistren gone up 112% while we've gone down 14%? I think you've already answered that, but I just wanted to hear that again.
Okay. It all goes back to productivity. And I've got another, what I call economic holy scripture, and I'm going to put it in front of the screen so everybody knows to pick it up. This is from my elder, Dr. Claude Anderson, Powernomics. Okay. And his other book, Black Labor, White Wealth, where he talks about and he actually predicts how through political and economic empowerment that the Latino Hispanic community will have the political and the economic power to, I guess, basically replace African people as the so-called powerful minority, and I hate using the word, in America. And it all goes back to empowerment, and it always goes back to organization. Okay. And here's the other thing that I talk about is a term I call cultural cohesiveness. Okay. When you look at Asians, when you look at Arabs, when you look at Latinos, when those immigrants come to America, they basically come, number one, by choice, and number two, with their culture intact. African people, basically, we were dragged here as POWs. Okay. And one of the things that was done to us is that our culture, they waged war upon it and did everything in their power to destroy it. Okay. So when we get into these conversations about economics, the problem is we do not look at it through an African-centered lens or an African-centered paradigm, which is why it's easy to put millions of dollars in the hands of athletes because you know they're not African-centered. Same with our entertainers. How many of them are African-centered enough? Think about this. If going back into the late 80s, if NWA and others, when they started making big money, what if they decided to start buying local radio stations before the deregulation in 1996 by the FCC?
Ooh. So are you saying that they should have taken their financial situation and empowered their environmental situation?
Absolutely, because think about it. It makes it much easier for you to break local artists onto the music scene because now you control the means not only of production but distribution.
Ooh.
Okay, and this is what our elder Bob Law was talking about, is when you have the money, you must have the mindset in order to build a power base. This is why I was talking about when I used the term economic synergy, where you control everything from the manufacturing and the assembly to the end user or retail.
Okay. You know what? One of the things I love about you, Brother Minister, is you don't bring opinions. You bring the research.